I have a SHEIN accessories haul for you today. I'm gonna do things a little bit different because we know SHEIN things are a couple bucks. Sometimes stuff is good, sometimes it's not great. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of go through each category and you're gonna see everything kind of really quick. And then after each category, I'm gonna talk about my favorite things from that category. So it's almost like we're gonna spend the time on the stuff that I really like from this haul. Most of their accessories are non-refundable, so it's always a little bit of a gamble. We love that. And make sure you hang until the end because I'm actually gonna style some of my favorite pieces. We're gonna style them up, stack them up, and I'll show you how I would actually wear them with something. Let's go. We're gonna start with earrings. So I am totes a sucker for a statement earring, am I not? I think these are actually from SHEIN as well. So one of the reasons why I like these so much is because although they are colorful, I feel like they're a really approachable earring. And I feel like sometimes with colorful earrings or really colorful anything, we kind of say like, oh geez, well, what am I gonna wear that with? I kind of think the opposite, where I think when something has so many colors in it, you kind of can wear it with anything. And I mean, here's a perfect example. This has so much going on in here that I would argue you sort of can just wear any color and no one's gonna notice, kind of a thing. And I feel like because it's more of a wire frame and all of that, it just kind of seems very approachable to me. So that's why I liked those. Next, I did buy several of these tribal style earrings. I quite literally am obsessed with them. I absolutely love the way that they look. I love kind of like what I just talked about the last earrings. I love that they have so many different colors in there. They're just stunning. And I love that they make quite a statement, but they're also typically lightweight. So as you can see, some are larger than others. I can even link underneath these other choices from the website. I mean, SHEIN is one of those, it's good and it's bad, right? It's like they make it easy to shop because they're constantly recommending stuff that looks like whatever you're looking at. But because of that, do we not just fall into a deep, dark pit? I mean, I feel like every time I check out on SHEIN, it's almost like I feel this relief because I've just gone into this deep, dark pit with it because it just keeps showing me other stuff that I like. And I'm just like, make it stop. Like, even though it's a good thing, it's definitely a good thing if there's something that you like and you're really trying to find maybe something similar, but not exactly the same, like you'll probably find it. And then the last earrings that I wanted to feature were these here. These are more of those like Heishi, is it Heshi or Heishi hacky sack? And that's what I say about Hachi, the material that I talk about sometimes from Walmart. Anyway, these hacky sack earrings, I just think that they're delightfully neutral, and I love that they added this little bit of gold here. I think that's actually quite cool, and that makes them a little bit more, dare I say, high-end looking, dare I say, when we're talking about few dollar earrings here. But I think it does add a little bit of a nice touch. They're also lightweight, and I think that they really would just match anything and everything. Next, let's move on to some necklaces. This, I really liked the color, and I also liked the mix of the fact that this was more of a fabric with a smaller bead. I mean, I can tell by looking at it that, you know, I don't know, we'll see how long it lasts, but I like that in of itself, this one was actually layered. So it's like, again, you layer it with something shorter and then something longer, and you really have a layered look with only wearing 3 necklaces. I know that's still not a small amount of necklaces, but you might get the look of wearing, call it 5 necklaces when you're only wearing 3 necklaces as an example. Same thing goes with these. I'll just kind of also group these together. So probably what I would do with something like this is layer this, layer more of a pendant here, and then maybe layer a long sort of like specific, like longer pendant where it's a large gemstone. Is that what I want to say? Or longer beads or something. So I really like how these look. I feel like I wore these in high school with the white, what are they called? The shark tooth. I feel like that's what these kind of remind me of. And even those will look cute worn together. I have to say. Really love that. This next one comes as a set, actually. And so right there, I like that it's kind of a built-in layering option. Now, this one, I must say the color story is kind of boring, except for this one. I do think that this is particularly cool in the way that it kind of graduates to each color, sort of in a blended, very, I don't know, just really cool the way that it kind of melts into each color like that. And then it has a little bit of veining in it too. But anyway, the color story is kind of boring, but what I've always noticed with color stories that are boring, particularly in jewelry, especially for me, it means that you wear them more. You know, I'm not that way with everything. Like, I feel like I am always down for a interesting colored pant, shoe, bag, but in something like jewelry, especially if I am wearing a particularly interesting color pant, shoe, or bag, sometimes with jewelry, you want it to match, but sometimes you want it to just kind of like be a nice little eye-catching moment without being a statement moment, but more an understated statement. Same thing here. I remember when these first came, they came in a bag kind of like this, and I was like, oh no, did I order those? Because I wasn't thinking I did. But these are actually necklaces, because the way that they were stacked like that in the bag made them almost look like bracelets. So these are seed bead style necklaces, and they remind you of bracelets in that they're nice and stretchy. Once again, I feel like I will have these as a layering moment. I feel like almost everything I bought, I plan to layer, which is why I kind of wanted to show you what I would layer at the very end if you want to get an idea. Same thing with this one. This one, I particularly liked the length of it. I feel like often necklaces are either long or short, and I feel like you just don't get a whole lot that's like right in the middle here. I gotta be honest, that's often where I want necklaces, because especially even wearing a shirt like this, probably one of the reasons why I'm not even wearing a necklace today is I didn't really want to wear a huge statement, oversized, long necklace. But then if you wear something up here, it starts to compete with your crew neck. But if you wear something like this, it's not long, but also not short, and it's right there in the middle. I don't know why more necklaces aren't that length. Let me know if you know what I mean. Like, if you are a big jewelry lover like I am, I feel like shopping for jewelry, you just don't get stuff in that length. I know you can buy extenders. Trust me, I have all the extenders in every finish and every length, and I absolutely utilize that, but sometimes it's nice when it's just born that way. I feel like I have something like this that I literally paid probably $20 for on Amazon. That's in a different color, but I was kind of like, excuse me? And this feels like the same quality as the one that I have from Amazon, and I wish I was joking, I'm absolutely not. And they are knotted in between each of those stones there, which is actually quite nice. I wear a ton of turquoise. I feel like turquoise for me is one of those jewelry pieces that even though it's not a neutral, I feel like it leans neutral because I feel like it just goes with a lot. I understand that it's not a neutral, but anytime I can find something in turquoise, I'm all over it, because I'm like, well, I have a ton of turquoise stuff that I already love and wear. So therefore, there's gonna be plenty that goes with this. Last necklace, I just really love the look of these stones. I love that they are mattified, and I also have bracelets like this, and I also have a longer necklace that I got from Amazon like this. So I actually thought that they would stack together really nicely. Not that I'm an overly matchy chick, I'm not, but I like that the option is there. And you know, of course, because this was SHEIN, it was a couple bucks. So it's a win, freaking win, you know? We are about halfway through this video, so please give the video a like if you are digging it so far. That really helps out me and my channel when you do so, and I can never thank you enough. Next, let's move on to rings, only a couple. So as you've seen, I'm sure with me, whenever I'm decked out, I'm a sucker for a good statement ring. I just really am. And I love wearing a pointer finger ring. A lot of this stems from, do you guys all see my TJ Maxx story when I lost my infinity ring that my husband got me when I graduated from grad school? It's like very sentimental to me. I lost it in a TJ Maxx. Anyway, I feel like I always have to have something on this finger. If I don't have something on this finger, I feel naked. I'm not gonna lie, even more so than my wedding ring. I don't know why that is. That's kind of weird. To the point where I'm twisting things, I'm almost fidgeting with it. So I like a pointer ring. And then you can also wear a ring over here. I mean, you can wear a ring on every finger, but these in particular, I thought were super cute. cute. I don't think that they're gonna last a long time. It kind of is what it is. We all know that's sometimes what you get with SHEIN. I have not tried to wear these. This is more of a haul. I haven't really worn this stuff yet to let you know if it turns me green. I'm guessing it probably will. Like, let's just be honest. It's probably gonna turn me green. It is nice that you don't have to worry about a size. I kind of love and hate that at the same time. I probably would prefer a size, but at the same time, it is nice that you can kind of go back and forth between summer and winter. If you don't know, I'm sure you notice that your rings get more loose in the winter if you live in a cold environment, at least, because it shrinks and then we swell in a warmer environment. I would always keep that in mind whenever I was sizing people for wedding rings. I used to work at Zales, if you didn't know. My jewelry obsession goes way, 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 way back to when I was 18 years old. So it's a very long time. Just a couple bracelets to show you. I really love the color story of this. We've got pink and gray, and I love that one is mattified and the other one's a little bit shiny. So it's kind of different. Don't know why that is, but that's the vibe. I love the look of this one. Particularly, I wish they were all sort of that colored version, or not colored version, but printed floral style version, because those are more mattified, where the ones that are in between are a little bit more shiny. I like the more mattified ones better, but this will just look adorable for stacking with the right color story. I absolutely love it. And this one here, I have a lot of other bracelets that have the same vibe as this. Therefore, I knew that I was gonna have a lot of really good things to go with it. And that's why I chose this one as one of my favorites. Let's move on to belts. Nobody is surprised by this pick here. I love everything checkered. I'm literally like, there's this checkered thing even sitting here on my desk right now. I definitely had this tied wrong in the footage. It's still tied wrong, but I'll figure that out. Hashtag I'm an idiot or whatever, but love it, just love it. And the one that I have currently has more like the double loop. So I like that that one's a little bit different because I do already have a checker belt and it's probably my most worn belt. Let me get into this one. This was my favorite of kind of like the nicer looking belts, meaning more dressy, I guess is a good way to say it. So I thought that this one fit really well, and I really liked that the hardware was covered for a monochromatic look. Sometimes that's nice in a belt because particularly if you are somebody that gets a little bit tripped up by wanting to match your metals. I don't match my metals. I'll mention sometimes that I do it, but I don't have to do it. But if having something with silver hardware is gonna cause you, anxiety that you have to wear also silver jewelry, a silver bag, and all this kind of stuff with silver hardware, it's nice to just have that not be a factor if that is you, which I think is a really nice option. I thought this one was really nice as well. Now, of course, this one does have the hardware, but I would buy both of these in a different color, or more colors, I should say, because I just feel like they are pretty nice quality considering, and I feel like belts are one of those things. I don't know how underrated they are, but I do feel like a belt can completely transform an outfit. I think accessories in general, which is why accessories are my favorite thing. As you guys know, I tend to layer and style a lot of basics and do it up with maybe a shoe that's trending, or bags that are trending, or a bag strap that's interesting with a pattern, or mixing patterns, jewelry. But if you look at the core of a lot of the clothes that I truly do wear, they're very basic. And I think where they come together is in the accessories, which of course 100% includes a belt. I wanted to make sure I got red. Red is definitely the it color for this fall. I do not have a ton of red. I went through a red phase years ago, and ever since coming out of that red phase, I don't even own hardly anything. Like, as an example, I don't even own a red bag, and I keep trying to pull for a red bag, and I'm like, okay, I need to put a red bag on my style gaps list. If you're not new here, you know what that means. But anyway, color is important. This I just thought was darling. I really liked the way that it hooks. I thought it was just perfectly petite and cute. I wear so much light pink that I would argue that it's borderline a neutral, like meaning I feel like light pink is as versatile as tan or beige or taupe or whatever, black. I really do. I think light pink, it just matches almost everything. This one is just so cute. Kind of again, what I said earlier about the necklaces. Was it the necklaces? I think it was the earrings, where I'm like, there's so many colors colors in there that it kind of just matches everything. I actually really like the hardware on this one, that it sort of matches this piece of it. And I just really love that. I could see me wearing this with jeans, a graphic tee, and maybe kind of like more of a fun, cutesy style outfit versus an edgy style outfit. Again, I have multiple styles disorder. If that's a problem for you, then I'm so sorry. No, I'm just kidding. Why would that be a problem for anybody? I feel like for me though, with my channel, it's like either you also have multiple styles disorder, so you are totally down with it, because there's honestly not many styles that I don't like. I don't wear a ton of Western, and I also don't wear a ton of like overly feminine styles, but anything else is kind of fair game for me. And I'm not saying I'll never get into that. I'm not saying I hate those styles. I appreciate all styles. Anyway, really like this one. Thought it was just an interesting touch. I'm concerned how this is gonna wear, but also really like that sizing is generally not an issue. Like for, I'm not saying it wouldn't be an issue for anybody, but for me, even with some of these, like we are on the loosest hook, you know what I'm saying? Like we are scraping by, like we are just, don't eat that extra cookie the night before or your belt's not gonna fit the next day. That's how close some of these are. This one, we've got lots of give. There's lots of room here. Not that I want massive growth, but there's lots of room for growth. Like you could wear this on Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like you just kind of tie this one up in different ways. I feel like also in the footage, I got this one, I think I just like tied it in a knot because I wasn't really sure what to do. So we'll figure it out when I actually go to wear it. And then I think lastly, same with this one. There's just different options with this. I particularly liked that the back is different than the front, which I think would make this one really cute to put around either a dress, a jumpsuit, holding together a duster cardigan, like something like that where you're really gonna see the back, versus on the back of a pair of pants where then there's something longer coming down and you're actually not gonna see it. So that's what I sort of planned for this one. These edges here, although I like that they're wrapped up like that, this is a little bit cheap to me looking. It's a little bit brassy. I feel like when stuff is just a little bit too brassy, it kind of leans that way, but otherwise I really, really like this one as well. And it's kind of that bubblegum Barbie pink. As promised, I picked a few pieces that I wanted to style for you. So these two pink bracelets, like I said in the video, they were one of my favorites. They clearly go together. So what I did is I actually had some gray paired in with the look that I was doing, and I wanted to pair the gray down secondarily. So these obviously had pink and gray, so I actually coupled them with bracelets that I already had, and I can link below, that have gray/silver in them. So I thought they all looked good together as a group. And then this green, sort of tighter, I wouldn't say quite a choker, but beaded necklace. Coincidentally, I had earrings already in my collection. I believe they're also from SHEIN. If they're still available, I will also link them because they match perfectly. I already had those on with this look because the shirt that I was wearing had some green in it, and I thought that this was kind of perfect. I'm not normally one to go for matchy-matchy, but I specifically got this green one to layer, so I thought that it layered perfectly with the pink that I already had on. And the turquoise statement piece is just a turquoise statement piece, as we know. It really needs no further explanation. And that's gonna do it. Make sure you let me know down in the comments below, number one, what you thought about this style of video, because it's a little bit different. It's a little bit of a different style video for me, kind of rolling through stuff. Let me know which was your favorite item or two. I know it was a lot of items. I'd love to hear that down in the comments below. And if you made it all the way till the end of this video, I cannot thank you enough. That really helps me when you watch all the way through. To let me know that you made it here, please leave me a heart emoji or the secret video word of mattified. Don't forget to subscribe if you are awesome, and hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified when I've been in the kitchen cooking them looks. And if you would like to see some of the latest outfits that I have been cooking up, I am going to link this Walmart video for you right here so that you can check out some affordable fashion outfit ideas. I will see you in the next one. Bye.